Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, TK. Hey, Daddy. I was just wondering when I could see you again. Give me a call and let me know.
Hey TK, it's Carmen, baby. How are you? I know you're busy, but I miss you, papi. Te quiero ver.
Hey, TK. I'm calling you. I was thinking about you. I'm hoping that I get a call back. Been on my mind. So, it's your girl from Detroit. Give me back when you get a chance, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.
What's up, everybody? It's comedian TK Kirkland, a.k.a. T to the motherfucking K. TK Kirkland is the philosopher. T to the motherfucking K is my philosophy.
Yo, everybody, this is comedian TK Kirkland. You know, I've been in this game a long time, met some of the flyest niggas in the world, and I fuck with real people on the street, from a nigga named Eric Von Zip out of Harlem, to my niggas named Jock out of Cleveland, to my niggas up in Oaktown, to my niggas all the way up to Seattle, to all my niggas in Japan. And once in a while, you come across a motherfucker that just amazes you. And out of all the stories I've done on this show, this nigga right here, everybody, you are going to be impressed. This is the great Anguz Black. You probably don't really know him, but you're going to know him after today. And I want y'all to follow him afterwards, because the brother has caught my attention for years with his knowledge, with his wisdom. You know, he had baby mama drama. This is how we met years ago, and I had to put the nigga up on game. How to cut a bitch off, how to get in the gym, how to keep his beard conditioned, how to keep his skin smooth, how to smell good, and niggas just take a Virginia over like a motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, the great, the one and only fucking Anguz Black. What's going on, fam?
What's going on with the TK?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. In these crazy times, you know, you can't do nothing but think positive.
Man, it's some crazy motherfucker times. This sexual harassment shit with Matt Lauder, it's gotten to the point, yo, you can't rub a bitch elbow. You can't touch her thigh. And it's in the way Anguz is good. I'm going to tell you why. When I was coming up from the game in this world, you know, motherfuckers look at you, or you robbed this person, you did this, you this. And as I've gotten older and become a man, I see how niggas was really just weak, insecure type men, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. And this sexual harassment shit now come back and bit all these powerful people, and then the people who are not so powerful on the air because they lack conversational skills. Say, you ain't never got to touch a bitch. Your mouth has to be your work of art. How you could, you know what people have forgotten in this world, from rich men to young kids? How to seduce a bitch, how to have a conversation with her, to uplift her, to motivate her, to make her feel good, that she just give you the pussy, dog. Niggas have forgot about that.
Yeah, man. You dealing with people with power, and they got the blood of straight savages right now, though. So, like, it's like, I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to do all that kid game. They used to pulling chicks by the hair like the cavemen used to do back in the, like, that's what you dealing with. So, and you know, and not to make this a racial thing, but it is a racial thing. You ain't seeing, you know, we had our, you know, share, you know, with Bill Cosby and a couple of other people, but you see a lot of white men, powerful white men, being exposed right now on a whole nother level.
A whole nother level.
The Congress don't even know what to do right now. They sitting there like, yo, at first we could tell y'all that we weren't gonna worry about none of this stuff. Like, we won't worry about nobody coming out saying they sexually harassed somebody. We won't worry about that. But now we can't even tell y'all that we not concerned. More people gonna come out and say somebody touched them in an inappropriate type of way. And so it's hell, man. It's crazy. I'm thinking about all the chicks. I'm thinking about all the chicks that I done inboxed on little low key type stuff that you be like, yo, shit, kids ought to come out the woodwork as soon as I blow up.
Right.
Blow up now. I'm scared to blow up because some chick like, yeah, Angus, he got daggone, just some crazy junk, man. I'm just like, Lord.
See, that's the difference between being a player and a bitch nigga. If I inbox the bitch and I'm saying some fly shit, bitch, I'm a gentleman. I saw that you was attractive. I'm going to holler at your shit. You don't live in my neighborhood. Bitch, you on the other side of the fucking planet. This is the only way I knew how to reach out to you. I wish a bitch would come at me on some shit and say, such and such. But I would never do nothing appropriate anyway. That's just how I move. You know? But what I realized over the last few weeks is that the government has a trust fund for them niggas up in the Capitol Hill that they get caught in sexual harassment. They pay a bitch from the trust fund. The taxpayers pay for the guy's misbehavior.
They make sure they own is taken care of, bruh.
This is insane, dog.
Like any terrorist act that anybody done on that white supremacy side, even from the young boy that went in the church in South Carolina and shot those black people. They was able to raise like $2-3 million in a couple of weeks for him.
You kidding me?
Yeah, they raised a lot of money for him. You know what I mean? That's what people don't realize when it comes to our culture. Like, bad or good, if white people get caught doing some cruel shit, they people still hold them down. They still put money on their books. They still hold them down regardless if they was wrong or not.
Wow, yo.
Like, I was surprised that they even, he had a whole GoFundMe that was jumping, after he killed those people, man.
Yeah, the world is, I don't know about people, fam. And see, we get caught up in the spiritual thing and praying, but I know it's really the right thing to do to say, but when my heart really think about it, you really got to become a savage out here and really start cracking them up to the side of their head, but you just don't want to go upside innocent people's heads, but the cops, the white people, they fuck with innocent people. So what can we do? And we don't want to we have to be intelligent. We can't put ourselves in a separate lane that we have so much hell that you can't live your life because this is the way it's coming. And I didn't know until Donald Trump became president how much the leader of the country affects the way people think and the way they move. This is a true example of whoever's the president influences the behavior of the American people. It truly does. Because if the president has got hate, then people who have hate, they bring that out even more. And I agree. This is the reason why he has to be impeached or get out of there, because he's just too ignorant to lead this type of country. He's too ignorant he doesn't even know how to speak at presidential moments when you're giving people an award. And it goes back to the Puerto Rico thing when he was throwing the paper towels like he was playing basketball. To just recently, he was saying something about Pocahontas to the Indians on a press conference. Like, the man is just truly fucking ignorant. And when you speak about where it's going, it also shows you, this is the reason why I have to speak up about Libya. Now, how you feel about that, yo? About in 2017, they are selling Afro-American people. This shit it's motherfucking insane. And what I want to talk about, I want you to give the people who may know, who may not know, or just can't remember the history from the Moors on up to now. Explain that to the world.
The Libya thing, man, that I literally was in tears, bro. But I was angry at the same time because I seen videos where they showed them torturing them, and just to hear the stories of what our ancestors went through slavery to now being able to see it online, like it's like a reality show of slavery right now online,
right?
And I'm talking about, man, they are torturing them on a whole nother level. and it's so crazy. See, the government, our government, not gonna jump in that because we get our oil from Libya, and with us getting our oil from there, you know, right now it's $2-3 a gallon what we paying, but we go over there and start fucking up some people over there that's messing with this slave thing. Man, our gallons of oil gonna go up to $7-8, and that's all the government care about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we can't touch them, man, because, you know, we doing business with them, so we don't see that shit that's going on. But I really think, hands down, this is the time for the world to uprise and go on a whole nother level, because just knowing that that's going on and ain't nothing that nobody can do, man, it's like the most helpless feeling in the world, and it hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt.
But like you were saying, kind of go back a little bit. You know, our country was built on the Moorish people. You know, Moor means black, and what a lot of black people don't realize. Yeah, we can point the finger at the white man all day, but since the beginning of time, we've been here since the beginning of time. White people only been around for like 2,000 years. So where did we drop the ball at? Well, we had everything, and now we lost everything. Why are we in that position? Because it's black people who sold black people into slavery. Black people always had slaves, but they didn't treat their slaves like how the white people was treating them. But you know what I mean? But the Moorish people was the navigators of that time. Moorish people was making $50,000-$60,000 in the 1950s, 1960s already. So when they navigated the Europeans out of the Caucasus Mountains and brought them to this new land, when them white people were like, yo, we need some people for this new land, it was the Moorish people who said, yo, we know where some niggas at. You know what I mean? And something else that people need to realize, too, they did not enslave Africa. You know what I mean? They took a group of Africans from Africa.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that always go around like, they enslave your ancestors. Like, no, they kidnap a group of black people. Every black person in this world is not a descendant of Africans or a descendant of ancestors that originated from Africa. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, at one time, it was like one continent, and then two continents, and then three continents. So, you know, when the world was shifting and stuff, there's a lot of people that, you know, that were separated from their families just based on the world being in its natural habitat.
Right.
But yeah, we sold each other into slavery. We the ones that gave the European sovereignty. Like, we technically still have sovereignty over the United States, but when the Rockefellers and stuff took over, that's what the Emancipation Proclamation, I can't never say it, but that's what that is a transfer of ownership of slavery. That's what that was. You know what I mean? So the Rockefellers, the Bilderbergs, all of these powerful people like that, they are the 1% that owns everything. You know what I mean? So it's no black people at the top, like, and that's a problem. But the problem started with us because we don't know how to maintain no type of economic power. We don't know how to put our money together because we don't trust one another, and we would never trust one another.
That's true. We won't. I agree.
So people keep wanting to pray and thinking things gonna get better. I'm like, yo, this prophecy. This is supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm into the Bible, but I'm not churchy. You know what I mean? Some people that's church and that's real religious to the point if somebody whipping them, they think turning the right cheek or turning your cheek, they think that means to just walk off and let somebody beat you down and not defend yourself. But if people really read the word like that, man, God was effing niggas up in the Bible. Like, everywhere you sit, God was slaughtering niggas. Because he get tired of this ignorant shit that we doing. And God don't play that jump, man. And people need to stop playing God as he's a soft guy and he's just one of those, please don't do that. Oh, I don't like when that. Thank God, man. If you look at the history of everything, it was always a man who stepped in and had to talk to God, be like, God, please spare these people, because he ready to lay the hammer down. You know what I mean? You don't play that junk. You know, the Sodom and Gomorrah. See, we going right back into Sodom and Gomorrah all over again right now.
Now explain that. Now explain it. Sodom and Gomorrah.
You got the whole bunch of, you know what I mean, you know, there's a lot of gay shit going on there, and then this ain't nothing to speak against gays or nothing like that, but, you know, God give us free will. We got free will to do whatever we want. That don't mean whatever that we do, that mean that is right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people got that messed up. We got free will. I got to live my life and stuff. Yeah, you got to have common sense, too. You can't just do what you want to do.
Right.
But that's where we at now, and with the world, you know, it feels funny to go into a bathroom and you see a men's bathroom, a women's bathroom, and now they got the transgender bathroom, and it's just creating confusion. And you know, the internet, hands down, is what's destroying our young kids. Is destroying everything. Is making people lazy. You got more computers taking over everything. You got self-checkout at the stores now.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, people ain't got to do shit now. Like, you know, you got the your DVR recording movies. People stuck in the house watching seasons of this, seasons of that, and don't realize they just watch, you know, 48 days of reality shows, and they just killed a lot of their time of their life.
Right.
You know what I mean? The health thing is real big. You got more young people getting cancer now.
Right,
like,
true.
Something that blew my mind was, like, a lot of black men get prostate cancer. So one thing that I did was try to find some research on what could cause prostate cancer. So one day I was looking, I was like, yo, you know, what touches our ass every single day? And I was like, toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to go look up toilet paper, and I realized that they bleach toilet paper. They bleach it with carcinogens, which is radiation, and that's what causes your ass to burn when you keep wiping it. It's like, Lord have mercy, this shit burning my ass. Because it's leaving them little white particles up in your ass, and then that junk just sit there. Over time, it's eating away at your prostate, and that's what causes prostate cancer. Just like when you blowing your nose with tissue, if you keep blowing your nose, eventually around your nose, around the edges, it start to peel or it start to burn.
That's true.
Because of the carcinogens in toilet paper and anything white, because they know if you look at anything and it's pure white, they know you going to think that it's clean.
Right.
But overseas, people don't use toilet paper overseas. They either use a bidet. That's what rich white folks got. They got a bidet in their house.
Right.
A lot of black people, we never knew what it was. It was just like, yo, what's this thing that shoot water? Because white people wash their ass out. They don't wipe their ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you supposed to do it.
Right, it's true.
You know, use baby wipes or something like that. But everything is designed to depopulate certain areas, especially urban areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that stay in the projects and stuff, they got, you know, you got a monthly guy who come in and spray for roaches and stuff. But the roaches don't never go nowhere, but he keep coming over spraying because them chemicals is fucking up your child.
Right.
And then we go to the hospital and let the doctors put needles and medicines in our kids, and Europeans don't even understand how black kids work. So now you taking your kids to people who don't even understand the culture, and then they tell you your blood pressure too high, your sugar too high, when they don't understand that because I'm melanated, because I have melanin in my body, my blood pressure is going to be higher than yours as a European person.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can stay in the sun longer than you. That's why I can do certain things better than you. And it's not to say that it's better. It's just that's just how it's designed. God designed it like that. Don't get mad at me. God designed it this way. Don't get mad at me because I'm good in sports or I'm fast or, you know, you got to understand, white folks, they got every reason to be jealous. Like y'all are magnificent at everything you do. You can sing, you can dance, y'all can play sports. Y'all are gifted at everything, and what can we do? Man, motherfuckers, fuck these motherfuckers, yo. Like, fuck it. We gonna just steal from them. We gonna take whatever.
They took it.
They can't help it. It's in their blood. The whole history of everything that they ever did was to take somebody else's shit.
Yeah, from the
Indians,
etc.
Everything they created was all things to create genocide, to kill people, like AIDS and stuff like that. That's the only thing they created was diseases and stuff to fuck up people.
It's true.
The Europeans or the Germans. You know what I mean? Like it's in their blood. Like they can't help it, man. It's that caveman. See, and something else that people and they can go look it up. But white people are not considered 100% human. They Neanderthals. So you got to understand the savagery that's in their blood. They can't help it. They eat their food raw. They eat meat bloody because it's in their blood. That's nothing to down white folks. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people do need to do a lot more research and look into their history. But, you know, I used to be one of them super conscious dudes that's all about our people. And now I got to a point now where I realize you can only save a few. You can only reach out and help who you can help. Help your immediate family.
Right.
Make sure, first of all y'all conscious dudes out there, make sure your kids and your wife or your significant other is straight first before you sit out here and be thinking you a superhero trying to save a whole village and your own kids and your own immediate family fucked up.
Right.
That's the first problem in the community. You got a bunch of activists who trying to be superheroes and their own family fucked up.
Right, it's true.
That's the number one problem. Like, yeah, get your insurance, and that's what I like about you, TK. You always speak on at your shows. You speak on insurance and people leaving a legacy for their kids and stuff like that because we don't buy insurance.
Right.
You know, we don't even know nothing about insurance. I sell insurance. Like people don't understand whole life and term life. You know, you're gonna sell probably 80% more term life than whole life because it's easier to get term life. But term life, you're taking a risk because you actually guessing how long you might live when you get a term life. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I can do 200,000. Give me 200,000 in life insurance if I live to. I think I might die before I'm 62. And it's up to the insurance people to look at your health and everything. Like, yo, do we think he gonna outlive 62? I don't know. I don't think he might outlive 62. Now you outlive 62. Now your whole term life policy is canceled, and now you gotta do another policy after you done paid all that money for all them years. You done outlive your policy. So now people can't afford whole policies. You know, it's just too high.
So what do you suggest?
I'm talking about, of course, get the term life. Just make sure you have some type of insurance because, like, anything can happen to you any day.
Right,
and you need something for your family. Nobody trying to create no GoFundMe and stuff to try to bury your ass. Like,
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is, man. I hate seeing these GoFundMe pages. And the GoFundMe company, they ripping people off, too.
Right, and what people give me an example. People hit me on my Instagram all the time. TK, my grandmother died, or such and this is what I say. I try not to be rude. I say in your time of disaster, I send my prayers out, but this is not what I do. I don't help people with funerals. If you've been listening to my show for years, I've always preached, get your insurance. I've always preached to everybody, have your shit in order so you don't get caught up in this. Like I even say in my shows lately, a lot of these people you're not going to get rich. You work 40 hours a week. You're not going to get rich, but I can put you up on game. And what I could tell you, if you really love your family, you could take out life insurance and your kids will be millionaires, and you create a legacy, and you teach the kids how to take out insurance. And those kids teach their kids how to take out life insurance. And you may not see it now. You may not even be around. You're not going to be around to see it. You just got to know in your heart you did the right thing. When you drive through these beautiful areas of these homes. You really think motherfuckers went to school?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't go to school? Ain't no fucking way everybody you see in the hills went to college.
And today's time, I wouldn't even be trying to go to college. Like, you can learn anything you want online today. Like, I was telling my dog, I couldn't fix cars before, but all I do is go on YouTube, put in a tutorial on how to build a radiator or how to build an engine or how to change my brakes and then I just follow the tutorial and then I do it on my own.
Those things like that, you do need training. If you go to college, you want to be an attorney, you want to be a doctor, you got to go to school. But the way this world has changed, you got to know this tech shit. You got to go get a trade and learn tech because that's where this world is going. It's not going to Chrysler, put bumpers because here's the thing, Chrysler and all these car companies are going to get rid of people soon.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get rid of people soon. So people have to find a way to better themselves. Now, like I said, if you're over 40, whatever, some people are going to get laid off this week or next week going into the new year because companies are downsizing. They downsizing, and people who don't have skills is going to be fucked up. They're going to get these service packages, $60,000. By the time the taxes take out, you walk away with $30,000. And if you get this money right before the holidays, by February, you're only going to have $10,000 in the bank because you're going to start balling around Christmas because you really think you got a lot of money. $30,000 ain't no money.
Mm-hmm.
$30,000 is not no motherfucking money. So it's like you said, people have to understand and get disciplined from an educational level, take care of your family first, knowing that their history, and it's something else that we talked about. I want the world to know about this too, about the Justice League, the superheroes, how a black man created it, and how white people stole that shit too.
Yeah, man. Y'all get time, Google the guy named Dwayne McDuffie. His name's Dwayne McDuffie. He started the Justice League. He wrote a lot of stories, bits for Superman, Scooby-Doo. His first black cartoon that aired on TV was called Static Shock. It was a black guy with a little twist in his hair. He had little dreads, and he rode a electric skateboard. Another big cartoon was called Ben 10. That's real big online and on TV right now. But this guy, Dwayne McDuffie, is such a beast. Like, he created his own black line of black comic book heroes. And he was about to release them. And when he was about to release them, out of nowhere, Marvel fired him. And when they fired him, then he mysteriously died after that. I don't even know how he died, but the crazy part is when he died, now he can't release all his black superheroes because they know if he was able to release black superheroes and black people get excited about a black superhero, that boosts up our self-esteem. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got dude, it ain't nothing like having a black superhero. Look, you seen the show Luke Cage? Yeah. That was on Netflix? Man, everybody was watching Luke Cage so hard that they crashed the servers on Netflix. The only black comic book show that came on Netflix. Now you got the Black Panther about to drop. I guarantee you we about to break a record as far as the biggest movie at the box office. We gonna break a record. Black people coming out like this Obama going into office. I
totally agree with you 100%.
And see, we try to support each other. See, they blackballed us when we did Birth of a Nation. They blackballed us. You know what I mean?
Now, when you say blackballed us, explain.
I went to the movies myself to watch Birth of a Nation, and they told me it was sold out. So I went and bought a ticket to go watch another movie, but I only did that just to see was Black Panther really sold out. And when I went in there, it was only
Birth of a Nation. You said Black Panther. Birth of a Nation was sold out.
Birth of a Nation. They told me Birth of a Nation was sold out, but it was only 4 people in there.
Whoa.
They did that all across the nation to blackball Nate Parker. Now, Nate Parker is from here, from Norfolk, Virginia, where I'm at. He's from
right.
here. And when I actually watched Birth of a Nation, I realized why they blackballed it, because it would have made black people uprise and not want to take no more shit. And see what happened in Birth of a Nation, they started chopping all the slave owners' heads off in that joint.
Mm-hmm.
And
what was the guy, the leader of that? Who was doing the history of Nat Turner?
Nat Turner.
Okay, Nat Turner. Yeah, he was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, Nat Turner was a bad motherfucker, and people don't know, like, out here in Virginia, we got so much history here in Virginia. Man, we used to have a road out here called Niggerhead Road in Southampton, and they called it Niggerhead Road because when you come to that intersection, they had black people heads on stakes right there with flies around.
Damn.
But now they changed the name. It's called Blackhead Road now. But, you know, this was all during the Nat Turner time.
Now, they had black people's heads or white people's heads?
Nah, black people's heads was on stakes.
Damn, yo.
Yeah, man, like them movies and stuff, man, movies is a way to put a message out there. There's always a subliminal message in movies and stuff. See, and going back to the comic book dude, they killed that man and they took all his black superheroes because they want us to like people like Superman and stuff. Like, people don't get it, but Superman's supposed to be Christ. You know, if you look at Christ's timeline in the Bible and then you look at Superman's timeline, the same exact timeline. You know what I mean? And Superman, that's what the S stand for, the savior. If you watch any of the Superman movies, they always made people look like they was looking up to Jesus. Like, it was like they tried to do a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
But it is real subliminal. People don't know that Superman, from the planet that he come from, his name is Kal-El, which is a brother's name. Kal-El, anybody with the last name El mean they are the people of God. You know, Israel. I stand for ISIS, Ra stand for God, El stand for the people of God. God is real. Israel. So when Superman came here, his name was Kal-El. You know, in the word they say we are not of this world. So here we are coming into the earth. And what do the people here on the earth do? They make you sign a birth certificate because you got to register under a European name to come into earth because you're an alien from where you come from. So now they give me my name. My name Clark Kent. That's my earthly name. Back at home, my name Kal-El. You know what I mean? But see, the point of you being here in this earth, God already told you that this is Satan's world, so you can't be shocked at all the craziness that's going on. But I did give you the tools on how to survive in this world. That's what it's about.
Right.
Yeah, you need negative. People always, anybody who go online and always putting up there, oh, I just can't stand negative people. Keep the negative energy away from me. You the one's going to get negative energy because you keep speaking it with your tongue. Your tongue carry power.
Mm-hmm.
So when you keep speaking, I hate negative people. Negative people, always they going to keep coming to you. It's you that's bringing, you attracting the negative vibe. But you need negative in your life. Like, a battery can't run without a negative charge.
That's so true.
You know, everything has a negative and a positive. If you ain't have no negative, then how you going to use your faith? How you going to know to take risks if everything was just smooth and good for you? If everything was all good, then we wouldn't need to pray. Right,
and we wouldn't achieve anything either.
Yeah, God, that's how God works. God looking like, yo, if I don't bring this type of stuff to you in your life, then how you gonna, you ain't gonna know to come to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, man, it's deep, man, and it's only gonna get crazy. I don't know if you caught that joke that I did on stage, but the jump is so subliminal. I said, what's the coincidence that in the book of Revelations it said the world was coming to an end when you hear the sound of the trumpet? And then I said, what's the coincidence that the president name is Trump and the vice president name is Pence? You say it together, their name is Trumpet.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Man, it's crazy, it's scary, but all I could tell, if I had to leave the best advice for everybody, to focus on your immediate family, work on getting your credit together, stack your money, Get you some ammunition, get you some guns, stock up on canned goods, perishable items. Every time you go to the store, get like 5 or 6 canned goods. Just something to have off to the side, because it's something that is a law. If the government find out that you have a lot of food and water, they gonna come seize it if they know that you have it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't even stock up on canned goods and waters and stuff like that, because there's some junk about to go down. Like, you know, if your house is by any railroad tracks, be aware of that. You know what I mean? Be aware of any FEMA stations that's in your city. You know, try to see if there's any private prisons in your city. There is a lot of prisons in people's cities that they don't even know about, and then you got these people that you thinking that's kidnapped, but the whole time they locked up. All right, when I was on the road with Dick Gregory was the one that put me on to, yo, do you know it's over 1 million brothers missing just on the East Coast? 17,000 people in New Jersey, 28,000 in Virginia, 30,000 over here. Like, it's 1 million brothers unaccounted for that's just missing in the world right now, and nobody even know that, and nobody even looking for them.
Now, what do you think that is? They in jail or what?
They either in private jails. You know, body trafficking is huge. Look at the Libya thing. You know what I mean? That I'm talking about. You would be surprised if we had.
Hold on one second, Angus. I got Todd on the phone. Hold on, Todd.
Okay.
Todd, hold on. Where'd you go?
Oh yeah, my bad, man. You know, I'm up here working one of my jobs and stuff. So you know.
The other thing I like about this gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, when I met him, the nigga was in love, doing his thing. He went through his hard times, but as comedians, I always give these brothers knowledge until they blow up. You gotta have a job. You're an adult. And when you're an adult, you gotta eat. You gotta pay your fucking bills. You can't be sitting on a woman's couch or sleeping with your aunt, talking about you're gonna make it. That the percentage of that really happening is extremely low. So at the same time, you gotta be a man and pay your bills. Because there's so many levels, and I always told you, so many levels what comedy does for you. Comedy can teach you to be confident. Comedy can teach you swag. Comedy can teach you how to be a conversationalist. Because what's going on in this world, a lot of men don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to hold a conversation about from politics to just the simplest things, or how to treat a woman the way a woman should be treated. And this is why this is important. From the Matt Lauders to all the homies in the street, to all the people that listen to the females, that I have a huge problem that when you go to all my shows, it's 99% women. Because even though I'm saying hoes, I'm saying bitches, there's no offense to them, but I'm talking to the females. I seduce them mentally. I get real niggas who understand about being a man. They come to my show. Now, if you're a weak nigga, don't come to my show because you're going to get exposed. Your bitch going to be looking at you different on the way.
Yes, she is. Hey, man, I got some classic stories being on the road with TK, man. I think one of the most classic moments ever was this guy sitting in the front of the show with his girl. He had his arm around her, and TK was like, hey, man, what's going on with you, man? He's like, that's your girl? The dude was like, yeah. You know, he's like, okay, how long y'all been together? He said, 4 years. TK said, I know bad as she is, I know you be eating that pussy. And the nigga ain't say nothing. The nigga was just sitting there. So he was like, nigga, I know you ate that pussy. And he said, yo, this nigga acting slow. So he went over to his girl, and he said, yo, baby girl, this your man right here, 4 years. Be real. Have he ate your pussy? And she said, no. You heard the whole club say, oh, hell no. So TK just did the most. Man, I can't even explain. Man, TK went and took the nigga's cell phone and said, yo, I'm about to put my number in your husband's phone. Let me eat that box before I fly out in the morning. Then gave the phone back to the nigga and said, nigga, don't hate and delete my phone number. Oh, my God. Oh, I heard a nigga in the back say, nigga, if you don't hit that nigga with a Corona bottle,
Cuz, hey, bro, I ain't know. Like, I know their relationship had to be over after that. You just let a nigga take your cell phone and put his number in there.
Yeah, that's crazy, yo. Now, click back over for me on the other line for me, Angus. You still on the line? Yeah, click back over.
All right.
All right.
Oh, no, I'm not on the other line.
Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, I still can do it this way. It's cool. Yeah, and see, and this is the other thing before we got interrupted. That was Todd, too, by the way. He said that person gets 75% of the store, and they don't have to pay for nothing. So she probably did walk out of there with that. Yep, sure did. Yep, he definitely told me that. And because what happens, like we was talking about with the momentum about life and men, in my DM from my TK Kirkland show, a lot of men call me or DM me how to speak to a female, how to take out a date, how to get pussy from a female, how to get head, how can I get a woman to give me head. And when I read this, it's sad to me. Because I'm like, motherfuckers don't know. So what I'm doing today, from hearing about sexual harassment, right, to hearing about how men don't know how to talk to women, I need every man to start coming to my show. I need every minister to get my book next year called Gangster Conversation. And the album is called Gangster Conversation. And I'm going to teach men the most phenomenal game on how to be a gentleman to a female, how to treat her, how to send her cards, how to send her flowers, how to be sexually in tune to your girl. And if you don't believe me, ask every comic in the country. If you don't believe me, ask females who've been to my show, who will bring their boyfriends to my show, to say, yo, pay attention to this motherfucker. He gonna teach you something. You seen it, Angus. You seen it. So I'm sitting here today realizing, I'm not saying I'm God's savior. I ain't gonna say I'm Superman. I'm not gonna say I'm Israel or whatever. I'm teaching motherfucking K. And I'm just tired of men who don't know how to speak to females, who don't know how to give her flowers, who take advantage of women. Because like I tell men all the time, you got to know the difference between being a pimp and a player. A pimp is a motherfucker who want to move in with a bitch, destroy her, take everything from her, and leave her with nothing, just absorb the life out of her. See, a player has many levels to being a player. A player is the type of man that you give a woman knowledge to achieve her goals, to encourage her, to explain to her, yo, you keep your credit good, you get your own house. If you got kids, you got to have your own house. You got to have keep your kids in your house. You pay your bills and get your life together. You don't need a nigga. That's why it's called equally yoked. So when you're together, guess what? There's no stress on nobody. And you go to his house and do what you need to do. He comes to your house every now and then. But life would be so much better if everybody had their own shit. And especially for men, because you know one of the worst things to me, I hate Angus, is when a man moves in with a female, he ain't doing right. She sees it ain't the same. And he come home one day and his shit is out on the lawn. Or if a bitch tell you, I don't think this is working out, you gotta go. Now you gotta devalue yourself. To be a bitch nigga, now you gotta sleep on the couch. Or you in the garage. Or you downstairs in the basement until you figure this out. Come on, fellas. Y'all gotta set the game up and be better men out here.
Yeah, I was once that guy, so I know how that feels. But I'm telling you right now, fellas, if you don't have your shit, you don't have your own house, you don't have your own car, you don't have your own anything, don't get in no relationship with no girl and expect her to understand what you're going through. Like, you not ready for a girlfriend. That's just what it is.
Go. And what do I tell people? You're not qualified.
You're not qualified.
You're not qualified to be in a relationship. Like this guy on my show the other day, what city was I in? I travel so motherfucking much. Give me a second. It's coming to my head. Wow, yo, hold on. I was in... Yo, I really don't know where the fuck I was at. Hold on. Yo, you think I'm like... I know dementia ain't creeping in on my ass, but I was somewhere in... I was in Virginia. I really need to know where the fuck I was at. Hold on, everybody. It's coming.
Shit, much as I see your flies on
Ohio. God damn. I was in Cleveland, and this guy was getting married to a beautiful couple, though. You know, and he said he's getting married. I said, he said, I'm 29. I said, you got $25,000 in the bank? He said, no. I said, why would you marry her? I said, listen to me, everybody. You can't get married unless your money is right. And it doesn't mean it's going to save your marriage. It doesn't mean it's going to work miracles. My point is it'll take pressure off you. And if it doesn't work out, the transition is better. Everybody able to get their own apartment. Everybody able to move smoothly. See, the reason why these niggas be beating bitches up and fighting, because when the girl put him out, he ain't got nowhere to go. So he's
your manhood shot.
Manhood is motherfucking shot.
Ain't nothing like a girl talking shit to you and you can't say nothing back and you get tongue-tied and you try to come back. Oh, man, that's the worst feeling in the world, bro.
That's the worst feeling in the world. I've seen it for a lot of men. I've seen it, yo. And like you said, you've been there before. I remember one of my friends in New Jersey. He went through it, and I was telling him what I'm telling everybody now, right? But he wasn't being honest with me. I said, nigga, that relationship is over. You got to get out of there now or your shit, she going to put your shit out. Yo, why 2 weeks later, nigga came clean? And nigga, you right, the bitch did put my shit out. I just wasn't man enough to tell you.
Yeah, we be in denial. You know, I ain't even want to tell you the shit I was going through. I ain't want to tell you that shit, but you know, it is what it is. I had to face up to the music.
Yeah, and look at you now, fam. See, and that's what I'm saying to the world, to the audience. Like, I swear to God, if you ever get to me, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but if you ever, I got too many stories from Anguz Black, some of the greatest people in the country. If you ever get to hear or talk to me, I will give you the advice of a lifetime that will change your life. And Mr. Anguz Black is definitely one of them brothers. He'll tell, when I leave this earth one day, he'll tell you the story. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about T.K. Kirkland. I know that nigga was the master of conversation, and that nigga could lead you through a forest, and your ass would come out a king, and that's just real.
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn how I can talk shit about a woman and still have her waiting at the club for me and John. I still can't do that shit.
See it, right?
I done see TK done talk the craziest shit and made women feel like below the earth, and then they still at the end of the show like, you know what, I don't like what you said about me, but I'm about to go to your room and goddamn give you the best head in life. You be like, what? I go out there trying to talk to a girl. I'm like, bitch, come over here. She like, who the fuck is I done fucked around and got fucked up trying to be like TK.
Yo, without telling the year and the date, remember this situation after the show, the girl you said, yo, I try to holler at that bitch. And her girlfriends left her in the lobby because she knew she was going to the hotel to fuck you.
Yo, they was hyping her up like, girl, they look like some parents dropping their kids off, like, have a good day at school and make sure you pay attention and study. And I'm talking about they were rubbing her back like, girl, tell me tomorrow what happened. Was it good? Like, she was over there drinking drinks and shit. Like, okay, I got to get focused. I'm about to I'm trying to make the Olympic team right now.
Wow, that's good. You know, and to the world, you know, I live my life. I'm not a player. I'm an OG. I just try to give these young men the best advice possible, and then the best advice possible to have a great life is leave the females alone until you get your shit together. To the fellas out here, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
have your shit together, and if y'all happen to hit rock bottom together after y'all had y'all shit together, then that's cool. Then y'all can work on, but in the beginning, if your shit fuck, don't even start. Don't even go into that. Like, don't. I'm telling you, fellas, you about to fuck up your life, bruh.
Yep.
I'm telling you. That's why it's mad niggas in jail for killing their girl, killing themselves.
Right.
That's why that prison is full of niggas that done fucked up their girls. And I used to judge them dudes and be like, how can you get to a point where you want to kill your girl? But I got to that point. I almost killed myself. I almost killed her and her new boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it, and I thank God that He gave me enough, willpower just to sit there and think like, Black. It ain't your wife. It ain't your ex-wife. It ain't your girlfriend. After you keep going through relationship after relationship, it got to be some point where you just look at yourself and be like, nigga, it must be me.
Right. And it doesn't have to, it may not just be you. It could be her too. The point is, if you date, right? This is the part about dating. People don't understand. Dating means you date until you figure out what's the perfect match for you. See, people get married at 22, 23. You haven't lived. Now, let's go on the variables on things. Some people do have low self-esteem. Some people are insecure, men and women. Some men don't know how to talk to females. Then you got some women who are shy. Then you got some people who lack education, right? Because they really can't do nothing. Then some people are overweight. They don't love themselves. So what you have to do in this journey is, I call it the Rubik's Cube theory. You know how all the colors got to fit on Rubik's Cube to get into order? Well, you date until the colors almost fit. That's what you have to do. To the people who are insecure, you have to find ways to start saying to myself, how can I better my life each year? See, people just go through life not knowing that January is a time of being reborn, right? You have a plan, and you say to yourself, okay, how do I better myself next year? I want to better myself mentally. I want to better myself physically. These are things I would like to accomplish. Like last year, my goal in 2016 was to drop the podcast, because I said, what do I have to do differently to have different results? So I did the podcast, and it create different results. Now, going into this year, and I dropped the album, and going into this year coming, I'm dropping the new album, Gangsta Conversation, and the book. So I'm not doing no social media or nothing until the fall. I'm just disappearing. I'm just going to do my shows, go in the studio. I'm going to be working on the album. I'm working with my book with this guy named Jarvis Coleman, a New York Times bestseller, and I'm just got my head in my craft until the fall. And then after August, I'll get the kids back to school. I'm going hard from August to December, because my album went number 10 this year. But I swear to God, I want that album to go number 1. And what I'm about to drop on the air is going to change the game. And that's why I'm calling it Gangsta Conversation. And remember I told you on this day, Angus, that nigga told me that album was going to be cold, because it's going to be really unique and different.
Yeah, man, congrats on that too, man.
Yeah, I know. Number 10 on Billboard.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand how cold that is.
Man, I'm talking about, they don't even understand. Just to be up there, period. I don't care if it was top 100, like just to make it up there out of 7 point whatever billion people in the world, you made the top 10. So
yeah, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? That's why people gotta look at it.
Yo, to the fans listening, to the people just learned about this brother, knowledgeable Afro-American man named Mr. Anguz Black. Angus, can you give them your IG for me, please?
Oh, yeah, at Comedian Anguz Black, and that's Angus, Anguz, Z as in zebra. And it's the same thing on Facebook and Twitter. And, yeah, make sure y'all follow me. Got a lot of big things coming up. Yeah, and Just follow.
And make sure you book them, yo. To my fans who do shows all around the country, for MC jobs, to hosting jobs, which is the same thing, to private events. I'm telling you, this is the brother to put it. Like I said, I don't put too many comedians on my show. You know, I did Big Worm on here.
Mm-hmm.
I did my other, who else I do? I got to do David Allen Greer soon. But I always try to show people mad love. And when we spoke a couple of weeks ago when we was putting that event together, I just heard your knowledge. And I was impressed about the superhero, about the knowledge about that, about how Afro-American people was truly a power and how we just gave this shit away and allowed to be manipulated by motherfuckers who wasn't even on our level. And is it too late to get it back? And like you said, all we could do now is just take care of our families, have a gun in your house, protect your family, and just there's really no words to say what's going on.
Exactly.
It really is. I'm lost for words about how this world is ending and how it's going. So I'm gonna keep telling jokes. I'm gonna try to put as many people on as possible to try to better their lives, because that's what I do. To the country.
And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. It's all about helping somebody else. And one more thing before I get off here.
Yes,
anything that I said, understand I don't speak stuff as facts. If you weren't there, then you can never say facts, because a lot of people swing that word around too loosely, and if you're not there, you can't say facts. So I did my research, but and it sounds good to me, but at the end of the day, we all don't know. From a spiritual level to a whatever level, we don't know. But it do make sense to us sometimes, to our human intellect. And God said, don't lean to your own human understanding. Like, human understanding would never grasp the universe and what happens outside in the other realms and stuff is on a whole nother level. That's a whole nother story. But I just don't want y'all to take as I'm speaking as if I know. I'm not speaking as if I know fact. Yeah.
Right. And here's the bottom line. Fuck all that. It's called common sense. See,
common sense. There you go.
Common motherfucking sense. That's all. It comes down to common sense. Do you have common sense? I'm going to continue to bring the flyest motherfuckers around the world to my show. I'm going to continue giving brothers knowledge on how to better themselves. I'm going to continue to give women the intellect to how to deal with bum-ass niggas so they can fuck with niggas and make them better, because that's what I do. So play the player, pimp the pimp. May your pain be champagne. T to the motherfucking K. Anguz Black, may God bless you. We'll talk in a couple of days.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate the interview, bro.
Yes, thank you too, man.
My man.
Yes, sir. One.
This episode of the TK Kirkland Show was produced by Chris Thomas, executively produced by Charlemagne the God, music by Lando Beats. This is an official Loudspeakers Network production.